So Mr. Roberts, you know, like many of us, are really into relationship building with your students. And he called me into his office the other day and he said, Kathy, do you think the teachers really know their students? I said, I think some of them do. He said, can you make it easier for those that don't? I said, sure. All over the internet, there's interest inventories. Y'all have seen them. Kids have been doing them since they were in the first grade. So he said, come up with 10 or 11 questions. I said, okay. Well, I came up with 22. And then he said, that's way too many, which he's right. So we sat in there and cut the questions down to 11. And Candace is going to show you the new, modern, best way to do this. Because actually, if you think about it, your students are going to do this 4 times. Because they have 4 teachers, okay? But anyway, she's going to walk you through this, and then I'm going to also show you the old-fashioned way, too. Okay, Candace?
This is the email that you will receive this afternoon. So the first thing is below is the link that you click on to get to the student interest survey. And then again, I gave you directions about how to file and make your own copy. Because if you just send and push this one out, you'll be writing on everybody else's, okay? Because it's a live form. However, if you forget what to do and how to do, all right, this is a screencast I did real fast that shows you step by step, so I'll give you a direction. But this is what you will click on, and it's the questions that she's asked you to do. I have gone ahead and scripted it for you, where it will sort it by your blocks. So therefore, when you ask your kids in first block to click on first block, therefore when you look at your responses, first block will be sorted in one page versus second, third, and fourth, okay? So first block has their questions, which were, you know, the name.
Yeah, go ahead and let them see all
Okay.
11 questions.
Okay, so you had, outside of school, my favorite thing to do is, the person I consider to be my hero is blank. Do you prefer to work alone or in groups? What makes you smile? Describe the best teacher you ever had in 3 words. What kind of music is playing on your device right now? Describe yourself using only 3 words. What makes you cry? What do you want to do after high school? I really want my teacher to know this about me. And this one is do you have a job? If they say yes, it will take them to the bottom section. To finish it up is where do you work and what do you do there? If it does no, then it will submit the form for them. Okay? So if it does say yes, you'll get to know 3 more questions about them. Okay? So the only thing that you have to make sure you do is tell the kids just to put their right block. Okay? Click on that class period and answer those questions. How to make your own copy. Like I said, when you're in this form, you'll click on the link, and I tell you again, you hit file and make a copy in the old form style, okay, that you're all used to, and it will automatically save it into your Google Drive. If you have a new version, which is how this one looks up here, you go to the 3 dots to the side and the More button to make a copy. And it comes up, and exactly it'll ask you what do you want to call it, and puts it right into your Google Drive, and that's your form. And then you just X out of this one. So if you do, that's the video that will show you those steps and remind you. So it's like 45 seconds to walk you back through those steps and you forget.
And if you get stressed out about all that, I have a hard copy you can put up on your smartboard. Have your students use their own paper and answer on their own paper, so you don't have to waste paper, and then they'll turn it into you. It's totally up to you. I will send this out in an email as well. Okay? So out of all those questions, just tell me, which one are you glad that Mr. Roberts saved out of the 22? Which one are you interested in knowing what they're going to say?
What do you do out of school?
What makes you cry? Okay. What else?
What do you do out of school?
Okay. Do you work? I love the one about describe yourself in 3 words. I really like that because you have to put some thought into that. Okay? So do you understand? I know you're going to say yes, but do you really understand why this is important? Okay. I'll give you an example. I'm not putting any pressure on you to come to ball games. However, Miss New came to a ball game last night because one of her avid ninth graders said, of all the people I really want to come watch, because my mom works and she can't watch as you. Well, of course she's gonna come after that, you know. And she came, and after the game, the kid ignored her the whole game. She sat right behind the bench to be sure he saw her. He never said a word. And after the game, he came up and gave her a hug. So little things like that make a big difference in the life of a child. Let's get to know them a little bit better. All right, Candace, you got one other thing to show them, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
The other email you will receive is from the Common Sense Media. If you guys have been here, we all know that we have to do Common Sense Media each year and teach the students. So therefore, this is already in the Westside faculty folder in your Google Drive. It's labeled Common Sense Media. And we're going to complete these in your homeroom. So if you have a homeroom class, which I guess since you got the first block, none of you guys will. If you are, though, in the freshman academy and you teach, which one is the freshman course, you guys still do it as well. I think that's college or career. Yes, college and career readiness still do it as well with all of their students. So what's going to take place is that these lessons are going to take no more than 20 minutes. It has a 5-minute video, so if you guys want to look at the lessons, you're more than welcome to. The 5-minute video, an introduction, teaching, and closing. So we're going to start that on Thursday, February the 4th, and it will go all the way until Thursday, March the 3rd. How to get there and how to actually do the videos. There is a screencast that you can watch step by step, and then you need to make sure that we sign the teacher form that you have complied with these lessons. And looking at these lessons, so when you go into the faculty folder, Common Sense Media, and the lessons, all high schools, the Career Center, Westside, and Hannah are all doing the same 5 lessons this year to make it consistent for the next several years what they're going to push out. So each slide is just one lesson. So it gives you the video, the topic, an intro, the teaching, and closing. So it's going to talk about this year about cyberbullying, college bound, overexposed sexting and relationships. Doesn't matter who has your data. So again, it's looking at what these kids are putting on their devices. And then finally it'll go over is who you are online and what they're looking at and how you're profiled online. So that's what's taking place with Common Sense Media.
Okay? I know you'll have questions. She's the expert. Don't ask me anything about technology. That's why I have Ms. Drake and Candace in here as my backup. Okay? I know my limitations. Y'all know that SAT that started in 1924 is gone? Did you know that? The old SAT? The students took the last SAT, the original. They've come up with a new one. Are they going to call it SAT? Do we know? I don't know. Anyway, I thought that Dr. New sent us an article to read about this, so I thought I would just give you some sample questions real quick, okay? And I'm going to tell you up front, I could not answer any of them. All right, number 1. Which 3 of the following words are most closely related? Ready for the words? Chops, liver, round, 4/4, rump, and sirloin. Really? Y'all know the answer?
Sorry, repeat that.
Okay. Which 3 are the most closely related? Now, before I say them again, I think I could get close because A, I know a little bit about deer hunting, and B, I grocery shop. How many of our children that are going to take the SAT could check yes to that? Okay, here they go. Chops, liver, round, 4/4, rump, and sirloin. Okay. I will send you these just so you can see it. I love this one. Runner is to marathon. Okay, ready? You got that in your head? Runner is to marathon, as envoy is to embassy, martyr is to massacre, oarsman is to regatta, referee is to tournament, or horse is to stable. But see, I think they all fit. You think it'd be oarsman to regatta?
Because a runner participates in marathon, horseman participates in regatta.
Okay,
17-year-olds don't know that.
okay.
Do you have the right answer?
Let me give you the right answer. I will send you these, there's 4 of them. It just kind of slapped me in the face. Okay. Philosophical chair is one of my favorite Avid strategies. But I am going to tell you up front. Number 1, don't do it more than twice in 9 weeks, if that. If you're going to do it, pick a really, really, really good topic and only do it once in 9 weeks. The other thing, I don't want you to lose your job over philosophical chair. I don't want you to leave here so excited that you go into your science class and do a philosophical chair on stem cell research and get into abortion. Okay? You see where I'm going? Be very careful with high school students about the topic that you pick. Now, I put the steps down on your agenda. But basically, you've probably taught a little bit of a lesson and you want to get them deep thinking about this. Okay? So you are going to make a statement. You are not going to ask a question. That's very important. Social studies teachers, you should be drooling right now. Science teachers, this is right up your alley. ELA, possibilities are endless. Math, again, we struggle with this one. To be done. Okay? So, you're going to pick a statement and you're going to say the statement. And your students, like you guys right now, are either going to agree with that statement and come stand right here. You're going to disagree and go stand right back there. Or you're going to be undecided and you're going to go stand right over there. You sure you got that? All right? Once we get into position, I'll give you some more instructions. Ready? Ready for my statement? Okay, because you're going to have to pick. You agree, you disagree, or you're undecided. Alright, so I did a little bit of research. First of all, are you already sick and tired of the political commercials on TV? I am.
Yes.
Okay, so I did a little bit of research. In Australia, if after the age of 18, when you're old enough to vote, if you do not vote, you are fined financially. You have to vote in Australia if you are 18 or older. You're fined if you don't. So here's my statement. You should be fined in the United States of America if you do not vote. If you agree with that, come stand here. If you disagree with that, go stand over there. And if you're undecided, go stand over there.